So in this video, I want to talk basics of attracting clients, attracting and enrolling perfect for you clients. Because at the end of the day, if you are not attracting and enrolling clients and making money in your coaching business, you don't have a coaching business, you have a nice hobby. So I want to really come back to basics, and this has been inspired just from a conversation that I've had with another coach this morning that really was about this topic, really was about coming back to basics, because we can all get spun out and distracted by sort of different strategies and shiny things and offers, fancy funnels, all these things that promise the earth and promise to help us grow our business. And that can be quite distracting from what I see are the 5 fundamentals. And if you have these 5 things down, you're golden, you're good to go. You can go out there and attract your dream clients. So this is what I want to talk with you about today. So if we haven't met before, hi, my name is Sanae Floyd. I'm a business breakthrough coach, sales mentor and alignment alchemist, and I help powerful coaching entrepreneurs just like you get recognized and rewarded as the go-to expert in your field and create greater impact and income doing exactly what you love. Keywords, exactly what you love. So all right, let's just start with the first thing. The first important factor to attracting clients, now I'm talking really fundamental, is what is going on in here. It's your mindset. They say, don't they, 90 to 95% of your success in any endeavor is down to what is going on in here. It's your inner conversation, your mindset. And so the really important thing to understand is getting clear on what it is you want. First of all, getting clear on what your goals are, what it is you want to create in your coaching business, how you want that to look, and then literally stepping into that identity, like stepping into the identity of that coach who already has all of those desires met, that is already living that dream, who is already running the successful, highly profitable coaching business. So it's about getting into that identity. So when you align with your goals, when you know exactly what it is you want, then you ask the question, who do I need to become in order to make that happen? And then you operate from that place. And one thing I always tell my clients when it comes to this mindset piece is, and getting clear on what you want, is to actually go really big with the goal. Make the goal unrealistic, impossible, so to speak, from where you are right now. And a lot of people go, oh no, I don't like that, it's too triggering. If I set it too big, it will frighten me too much that I won't even, I'll be paralyzed. Well, this is where the start of the work begins, because they say, this is a universal truth, if you have the desire, then you have the ability to create that desire. You have the ability. It is done on some quantum level. So make your desires big, bold, beautiful. Forget realistic. Forget what's possible, what you perceive as possible for you right now. And then start to just play with it, play with that idea, journal on it every day, start to kind of just vision it, dream it, think about it, like just bask in the idea of it and the energy of it. Because what starts to happen as a result of you being in that space, well, a couple of things. The first thing is, as I've said, if it's triggering, good. That's beautiful, because the minute you are triggered by your big, bold desires, what you've just done is you've expanded beyond your present paradigm, and you've triggered all of those limiting beliefs that were just sat dormant, very sat in your unconscious. You've just triggered them to the surface. So instead of allowing them to overwhelm and freak you out, you actually write them in your journal, get them out of your head and onto paper, so that you can put some subjective distance between them. So you can just observe them and go, wow, look at this shit that just came up. So when you're triggered, it's great. It means you've created a goal that is beyond your present paradigm. And also, you don't want to set a goal that is realistic. I don't know why I keep doing that, but realistic, because you're setting a goal from your present paradigm, which there's no growth in that. So you do want to set a goal that's beyond your present paradigm. That's where all your growth is. Okay. So that's the first really important thing, to master your mindset, listen to your mind chatter, raise self-awareness every moment. What are you saying to yourself? And when you set your big realistic goal, as you stay in that energy and you look at all your limiting beliefs and you turn them around and create beliefs that are more empowering, you start to turn that thing into something that feels a little more realistic. You start to shift around it. And as you do that, what you'll start to notice are all kind of little specks and signs in your reality that are a match to this new sort of you, this bigger goal. So things will start to appear in your reality that are, like I said, specks and signs of that reality becoming manifest. Okay, so that's the first thing. You've got to master your noggin, master your mindset. The second thing is what I call alignment alchemy, which is actually the name of my process that I use for this particular piece. But the second important fundamental is your clarity. Clarity in exactly what you do as a coach. Clarity in your niche, clarity in your ideal client, clarity in how you help your people and what it is about you that makes you credible. So there's a lot of pieces there, it sounds like, but essentially I always say there's 4 pieces that you must be able to answer and articulate really, really clearly. So those 4 things are, so who are you as a coach? And what I mean by that is, what is your story? What is it about you that makes you credible? What sets you apart from all the other coaches that are out there? So what is it about you and your story that sets you apart as credible? Because you don't need to be qualified to start a coaching business and be very successful, but you do need to be credible to attract clients. The second thing is, what do you do? So this is your niche. Your niche is that thing that only you can do in only the way that you can do it. This is your unique gift. And this is about the problem that you solve with your unique gift. So firstly, who you are as a coach, what you do as a coach, so your niche. The third question to be able to articulate and answer really, really clearly is who you do it for. So this is your ideal client avatar. So this is that dream client. If you could create, which we do, you create from internally, who is that person that would absolutely just light your heart up to serve, that you know you'd have that great connection with? Who is that person? Get really clear, because when you know the answer to that, you know who you're talking to in your messaging. You can create your offers accordingly. It makes everything so much easier when you know who it is that your message is here for, when you know who you're here to serve. And then the fourth piece is your why, like your purpose. The purpose is what drives you every day in your coaching business. It's the reason you show up. Even on those days where you can't be bothered. I shared a video yesterday about what happens if you can't be asked. You get those days. So when you know what your why is, your purpose, you can override those days. You can continue to show up. It helps you create that consistency. It's also a purpose, a vision, a mission that your ideal clients will really buy into and get behind. So it's not about your private whys, like, a legacy for your kids, or, making X amount of money so you can afford this, that, and the other. It's about the bigger picture why, the mission that your audience can get behind. So getting clarity and alignment with those things is the second fundamental. And this is absolutely critical, because when you are clear and aligned, it's like everything is all lined up, and it's a state changer. It's like an energetic shift. You just know. You feel, it's like that enthusiasm, like, just surges through you. There is no fear anymore. You don't feel stressed anymore, because you just know. So when you're in that state of being, oh my God, that's when you're open to inspiration, creative downloads. You start channeling your next piece of content. Things just flow through easily through you, that you don't feel constricted or like you have to be driven by data or algorithms or, you know, an analysis of what your posts are doing. You don't give a shit about any of that. You're just enjoying showing up. That's how good this feels. And that's how you create that sustainable process, that sustainable activity. So alignment alchemy, crystal clarity, that's the second step. Okay, so the third one is having an offer, being offer ready. This means crafting your coaching package or your coaching program. So you have an offer that you know the details and logistics of. Don't wing this. Don't wait until you get an inquiry and then suddenly cook up an offer to be able to offer to that inquiry. Don't do that. It's the wrong way round, because actually it supports your energy and your confidence and your ability to show up. And on an unconscious level, it also supports the client attraction, because when you have your offer down, when you know exactly what your offer is, how much, how long, what it looks like, the results you're promising, when you know all of that, it supports your visibility, because A, it informs a lot of your content, but B, it supports your visibility in that you don't have this split energy. And what I mean by that is your heart is going out there saying, oh my goodness, I want to help you. I just want to help everyone. I'm so passionate about serving and making a difference in the world. And yet your head, and to a large extent, the subconscious part of you, has got the brakes on going, wait, we don't know what we're offering. We don't know what our price is. We don't know how we're going to help people. And so there you can see this like constant internal conflict that creates a fuzzy frequency that doesn't attract. It repels people because you don't know what you're offering. So get really clear on what is your offer. You don't see people opening a shop saying, come into my shop, and then there's all these empty shelves. That's just not like logical. So get your offer clear in your own mind. Just even if it's just written out on a piece of paper, it doesn't matter, but just you knowing what it is you offer will support your confidence no end. Okay, so the fourth piece is your visibility, showing up. And I know so many, and I have so many conversations with coaches who say to me, I just want it all automated. I just don't want to have to do this piece of like the visibility. It's a slog. It's relentless. I hate it. It feels tired. I'm no good at it. And I'd rather outsource it all. And here's the thing that I want to say to that. Again, it's all about energy. Because when you are showing up and you are sharing from the heart, you are actually already doing what you love. You are already coaching by virtue of your posting great content, sharing your message. You're doing exactly what you want and designed yourself to do, what your purpose is. So it's coming from that place of service in your visibility, not thinking I can just like outsource that, I can park that, I will just sit here and I will coach. That may come in time. I'm not sure about that, but it might do, through sort of automated systems. But you still need to show up. You still need to market yourself. You still need to put money behind ads that put you out there in the world. You still need to be writing those ads and tweaking it and creating the content, the email sequences. At some level, you still need to be showing up. And there is a disconnect, and this is my experience, so this is not an absolute truth, but I've had people doing those things for me, writing my email sequence, doing the posting for me. And when it's not got me in it, when all of a sudden I do start showing up, or I do start emailing my list after that sequence is finished, there's just a different voice, a different energy. It's not authentic, and it makes a difference to your client attraction. I've seen it time and time again. So unless you're going to hire somebody to write your email sequence and then every other email after that, there's just this massive disconnect. And even if people love your emails, they're not written by you, they come on a call and meet with you, again, they're thinking that this isn't the same voice that I really picked up on in the emails. So that's what I want to say to you. And it always starts off so much more fun and easy when you've got the alignment from step 2. You know what your offer is in step 3, and then you start showing up, being really visible. It's a joy. It's a joy when you're coming from service. What makes it painful is when you're coming from a place of, what will this get me? When every post you put out there, it's about, what will this get me? Marketing is about sharing your message, raising awareness, sharing love, sharing value, contributing, not polluting social media, not adding to the digital noise, but actually reaching out through the noise and speaking directly to your dream clients, those people that are struggling with the problem that you solve. So really, really important. Now, once you're established, I've been doing this 10 years. I have, my VA, she puts my content out there for me, but a lot of the stuff, well, all of it is repurposed. It's stuff that she has grabbed from my voice, my snapshots, my articles, my posts from previous, and she's repurposing it. So it's still my voice. Okay, so the key of this point, this visibility, is it becomes fun and easy and flowy. You have non-stop creative inspiration when you are in alignment. That's it. And when you have the mindset of service and contribution and giving value, and not, this has to get me clients, that's just the wrong mindset to come at, because that is attachment. Okay, so I think I've made my point there. All right. The fifth and final kind of fundamental to really get down as you do this, and then again, it doesn't matter what strategy you use in your coaching business, all of these are like still fundamental. The fifth one is about your sales calls, your discovery calls, whatever you call them. It's about creating a structure, a process that really holds the space for your clients, but also is a process that helps them see your value. You don't have to convince anyone of your value. You don't have to do anything on that call where you are kind of talking about what you do in any way that you think, I need to articulate my value on this call. That's all kind of limiting, coming from a limiting mindset. Your job on that call is to help somebody make a powerful decision. That decision could be no, but it's still helping somebody make a powerful decision. And if you know you can help them and you are a great fit, then very often that decision will be yes. But you don't want to, as I often hear, you don't want to wing your sales calls. Don't wing them. Don't just go, oh, I like to just do it as how it feels in the moment, because that's not in control of the call. You want to take control of that call. You want to be the specialist, the expert on that call, and guide somebody through a powerful conversation that helps them get clear on what is going on for them, and help them to see that you are the perfect solution. So I always use the analogy of being like a doctor. A doctor has to diagnose the problem before they can give a prescription. And the way they do that is by asking powerful questions, really digging deep on what the symptoms are, when it shows up, when is it worse, how is it making you feel, what have you tried already, how would it feel if you didn't solve this problem. Getting really, really deep and connected, and helping your prospect get connected to this problem that they have and what it is they want instead. So there is a structure. A structure doesn't mean a script. So I don't want you to think, oh no, I'm dismissing that, I don't want a script. It's about just having that clarity that every call you have has a process that you guide somebody through, and that is so, so powerful. And the process that I teach my clients, I've been coaching, by the way, coaching, mentoring, training in sales for over 25 years, both in the corporate space and in the entrepreneurial space. And if there's one thing I know about the way I teach these sales calls, they They help you stay in integrity. They help you use your authentic voice, and they are so powerful. It is a game-changing process and a way of holding sales calls that I've had people say to me, I have never had such a luxury experience. In fact, somebody said to me last week, I have never felt that way on a sales call before. I have never had such a luxury experience. I felt like that love, it was such a powerful conversation. So really understand that the sales, it's like the cherry on the top, the final piece, but it is essential to your ability to easily and frequently attract and enroll your perfect for you clients. Okay, where are we? Oh, 20 minutes. So I hope you found this helpful. I really just I felt compelled to come back to basics. And yeah, just come back to all of those things. I know it's easy, we get distracted. There's so much great marketing out there about, what you need, all these different sort of functionalities and technical stuff and funnels and all of that. That's all great. I'm not dismissing any of that. And you can implement every one of those to massive success if you have these 5 things down. But I can tell you now, you can have the most brilliant strategy and still fail if you don't have these things. If your mindset's down the toilet, if you're not clear and aligned with what you do, if you don't have a decent offer, if you're not showing up consistently and sharing your authentic message and your voice and sharing value, and if you're not able to close a client conversation. So I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, comments, please put them below. I'll always come back to you. And thank you so much for watching. Sending you so much love, and I'll speak to you again.